Okay, a reminder for those just come in, please turn off your cell phones. No video from your cell phones, and we'll have
and get back at it.
Okay, questions for the student athletes, and we can start right up here.
Micah, kind of going back to what Coach Schlossnagle said, Zach Taylor
Please
was
give us
16.
your name and
Yep, Zach Taylor was 1620 WTAW. Kind of going back to what Coach Schlossnagle said about battling. What was it after that second inning that really kind of turned the tide for you out there on the mound?
I feel like I performed about the same. I mean, after the first inning, I knew I had my stuff. I knew that it was going to be effective, and it was really all about sticking to our game plan and not getting too out of myself and just sink into our training, like we say. But, stuff just turned around after the second inning. So we made some really good plays behind me. There's some unfortunate things to happen, but, it was just sticking to us, really.
back over here.
Mark Garland, CWS 247. Jordan, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your teammates' approach at the plate today and being able to get deep into those counts and then continue to win battles?
So me and my teammates have had the same approach all season. We just keep going one pitch at a time, and if we get a hit, great. If we don't, put on a lot of pitches on the pitcher, make him make pitches, and just pass the bat along to the next guy behind you and have trust in them.
Okay, we have in the back here.
Ryan Brauninger, Texas. JT, what happened? The ball to right center with you and Brett on that play, and then playing behind a pitching staff that was really in rhythm and throwing strikes today. How much did that make it really easy on y'all in the later innings?
It was good. I mean, the ball in right center, just some miscommunication. I wasn't loud enough. There's a big crowd out there. And it was great having our staff behind us. They worked their butts off all year for us, and glad that we could help them today.
Okay, we'll go over here first with Mitch.
Mitch Davis, MitchDavisShow.com. Guys, talk about playing Texas. Obviously, that environment was pretty awesome. Talk about beating them and beating your arch rival to advance on into College World Series.
It's a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, it's really just playing the game and playing a nameless opponent. But there is a little extra umph behind everything, especially when it's Texas, because if you just look at the fan bases, there's a lot of genuine hate between each other. So we kind of feed off of it. It's a lot of fun. We respect them. They're a great ball club, but yeah, there's a little more, competition. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but yeah, it's fun.
Okay, here we go.
Jordan, Jared Redding, 24/7 Sports. 4 runs and 4 hits in the bottom of the second inning. Was there anything in particular y'all were able to do, just in that bottom of the second to chase Gordon out of the second inning?
I think we just collectively put together great at bats. Just kept making him make pitches, and we took the balls and hit the strikes. Nothing more he can do.
Okay.
Ben Peck, KAGS, for Micah and Jordan. After that second inning, what was kind of your psyche after that, especially, the way the Oklahoma game went? You guys give up 2 runs, but limited a lot of damage that could have been done. Just kind of what was your mindset, knowing obviously how good of an offense you guys have, kind of how those 2 innings played out?
It's really about just limiting the damage and keeping crooked numbers off the scoreboard. Coach Schlossnagle came up to me after the first inning, just encouraging me, saying, way to limit the damage, we got you, just keep doing you. And so that gives me a lot of confidence. And obviously our offense is incredible. And so I know that 1 or 2 runs isn't going to be the end of the world for us. So I just know I just got to keep going out there and compete.
Okay, Olin.
Yeah, Olin Buchanan, Texags. Micah, could you obviously had a strong performance, but then could you speak to the performance that Jacob had to come in and relieve you in that inning and get out of it without any runs coming across?
It's exactly what we needed and more, honestly. That inning could change around the whole game. I think it was bases loaded with one of the best hitters in the country up to bat, and just for him to attack him, fastball, just showing no fear at all. It's inspiring to our staff, and it's something that isn't just going to affect this game. We're going to be able to use that momentum and just learn from it for the following games.
Okay, back here.
Hey, Micah. Max Olson from The Athletic. What was it like to just be back on this stage and coming from Texas Tech, and just what's your experience been like playing with this club?
It's super exciting, and I'm blessed to be able to, play with this club. I love this team. I love the staff. It's just, it's one of those things that you never really truly think that, you're going to get the chance again. And the fact that I did get the chance with all these guys and just the staff supporting me, it's something I'll forever be thankful for.
Okay, Travis.
Travis Brown, Bryan College Station Eagle. Jordan, 9 RBIs through the last couple weeks of play here. I know the 2 home runs. What's been different? What have you done the last couple weeks that's kind of caused that little bit of a spark late?
Personally, I don't think I'd change anything. I just think I've been putting together great at bats. I feel like all year, and it's finally starting to pay off. All my hits right at people and stuff like that, and they're all finally starting to drop for me.
Okay, guys, congratulations. We'll see you on Tuesday. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Reminder: the locker rooms are closed, and you can check with Thomas, Dick, and the Aggie SID staff if you have any other requests. Thank you. Start with Travis and then Olin.
Travis Brown, Bryan College Station Eagle. Coach, the 12-pitch at-bat with Trevor, is that – how have you seen that kind of develop into his game where he can get that deep, and how important was that to the ultimate outcome?
Well, obviously it's important. 2-out hitting was a big part of the game. It's a big part of the reason we lost the other day. We gave up 7 runs with 2 outs. So pitching, defense, and timely hitting is what you're looking for. We knew Werner, throughout the fall and going into the season, if he was healthy, he does a really good job of knowing the difference between a ball and a strike. Now, he swung at ball 4 several times in that at-bat, but he's normally, he doesn't swing and miss much. And he hasn't had the at-bats everybody else had because he's had so many injuries this year. But I believe he's an SEC Player of the Year type candidate next year if we can get him back. But it certainly was a big hit today. And he made a couple really nice plays as well.
Olin?
Well, I was going to, I guess, follow that up with a couple things, Coach. First of all, would you look at that at bat and kind of feel like that's kind of a microcosm of what your season has been, and that one at bat? And then I was going to ask about Palish and your decision to bring him in, and why at that point.
Yeah, that's been our offense all year. I looked at Danny in the ESPN Danny in our dugout and said, I hope you get paid by the hour because you're going to be here for a while. Between these 2 teams and especially our offense, we play some long games. And but Palish, that was super easy decision. That's our game's in question, our season's in doubt, and you got to go to him right there. Faltine actually handles right-handed pitching better than he handles left-handed pitching, so that was the thought process. And I knew Kennedy was coming up soon, so that would be a better matchup. They're all right-handed for the most part. So, but that was our best guy at that time. Kind of kicking myself. I should have taken him out with 2 outs and nobody on in the 8th against before Hodo came up. I was trying to limit his pitches, but other than that, he did an awesome job. I think the story of the game, other than us, is we made pitches to Melendez. It's 1st and 3rd, nobody out, and he's up in the first inning. And then I think the next time he's up, or the 3rd time he's up, the bases are loaded. So it's Golden Spikes winner, and we executed pitches against him, and he's a great hitter, going to have an awesome career. But that was a massive part of the game.
Okay, Zach. I've got Zach right here. Okay, go back.
Ben Peck, KX. Happy Father's Day, by the way, Coach.
Thank you. Same to y'all.
With Micah kind of talked about it, feeding off the fan base. Just what's it like for the team? You think to get a win here for the first time since 1993, so uncharted territory for a lot of Aggie fans, a lot of new Aggie fans, and obviously to do it against Texas.
Yeah, I think that's great for the fans. Obviously, I haven't been at Texas A&M long enough to. I know it's a big deal. I'd rather win a national title, and so if that comes at the expense of winning the game against Texas or whomever, then that's great. I don't want to downplay it, but I think those things are more for the fans than they are for the players and coaches. If we get into that that kind of thought process, then we're going to be, having a different mindset in one game than we are in another game. I mean, I would have rather beaten Oklahoma, to be honest with you, and be 1-0 and playing a night game. It's a little cooler at night. But no, I mean, I get it. And it's fun. It's fun to hear the fans going back and forth. It's fun, to have the alma maters sung or the war hymn, on one side and the, whatever they call it on that side. I mean, that's great. You don't see that a lot of places. And so to bring that to Omaha is pretty awesome.
Zach, do you have something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zach Taylor with WTAW. Coach, in a format like this, though, how much thinking, how much process goes throughout the game and saying, we want to have a guy like Polish out there as long as possible, but we also want to be able to save our bullpen. I mean, how much back and forth does that go in your mind during the dugout?
A lot. When you get to 9-2, 8-2, but you respect. One big part of today's game is the wind blowing in from center and right field. And so if we could just keep the ball in the outer half of the plate and have them hit it into the wind, I think the ball would get out down the left field line, but it wasn't going to get out to center or right. So we want those strike throwers in there, but there's no doubt, I'm sitting over there thinking, how can I save pitches? And because we know we're going to need Polish and we get one more day of rest. And I think after that, we got to play a lot of games in a row. So it's going to take everybody to get, to get on to the next game.
Okay. Kendall up here.
Kendall Rogers, D1 Baseball. Jim, what are you kind of seeing from Micah the last 3 weeks? He's obviously throwing a lot better. It's kind of interesting, though. I mean, he's not getting past the fifth, but he's giving you 5 pretty good innings each start.
Yeah, I mean, if we weren't the worst defending team in this College World Series, we had him going deeper into the game. I mean, it's brutal. Some of that's himself, too, by the way. It's just more confident. He was throwing his fastball today more than, he normally throws a few more breaking balls than he does. He was throwing his fastball and he's throwing it down. So I think that's been a big difference. He's got to have his fastball down, and when his fastball's down and in the strike zone or close to the strike zone, then he'll get the chases on the breaking ball. But more than anything, I think the Florida game in the SEC tournament really just got his swagger back. We had kind of lost. He had lost that, and it's not power stuff, so it needs to be power demeanor and big body language. And I'm hoping Nathan Detmer sat over there and watched what that looked like, because we need that out of him as well. But to me, it's just more mindset than it is anything.
Okay, Ryan.
Ryan Brodinger, Texags. Coach, do you think Dylan Rock's getting closer? I thought he had some good swings today. And then what's the plan pitching-wise going forward? Have you made a decision on a Game 3 starter?
No, I have not made a decision on Game 3 starters. I mean, I want to watch these guys play a little more. Haven't done as much research on Notre Dame as I need to, so I'll get to watch that, a little bit of that tonight, and then have a lot of time tomorrow to do so. I think Rock's taking better swings. His last 2 at bats, he hit a ball to right field, stayed on the baseball really well, and then took a walk hit by pitch maybe against Morehouse. Again, they call it an average for a reason. So he's due. So I anticipate him having a great game next time.
Okay, Mitch.
Coach, Mitch Davis from MitchDavisShow.com. Just a quick follow-up. Coach, how do you manage the team in the environment that was? Because obviously guys are fired up, the fans are fired up. What kind of approach do you do to coming to that Texas game? Also, how do you feel about them coming to the SEC and making the SEC all that much better in a couple of years?
Well, I think when we played earlier in the year in front of the second largest crowd ever at Dish Falk, no disrespect to Omaha, but it's a lot tougher to win there than here, because there's more we had more fans rooting for us, and they didn't have as many rooting against us. But and you play in the SEC, you play in the SEC every weekend. This is no disrespect to Omaha, but it's like that almost every weekend, almost everywhere you go. So, and that's obviously something I'm experiencing for the first year. The SEC, I'm looking forward to. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get more. It's only going to get tougher. But it is. I watched David's press conference with you guys, and this is the golden era of college baseball. I truly believe that, and it's only going to get better when you have more scholarships, hopefully more coaches, more programs committing at a high level. I hope that's not at the expense of other people, because I think our game needs to be spread across the country. But when you have a 20-round draft and now you have more scholarships coming, that means there's going to be some awesome players like a Melendez, like a Troy Claunch that stays in college. It's going to be that way for a really long time.
Jim, thank you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
We'll see
thanks
you
so much.
Tuesday.
Yep.
Reminder, recording of this